people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no cause, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines, we got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines, we got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been writing stories from rapper pages. Keep writing stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me, and I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people, blind people. I mean, people that in need, man. People too much in need. Come on, yeah. How many people do you know?
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Science, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Science.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of craft beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gala Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going to 20 pop. Put it to each.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hello, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day.
Good morning to you, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are, I want to say good morning and welcome to the midweek presentation of the program from the Print News. And it's right here on Freedom 87.9. We got major headlines. We got major story to bring you on this edition of the show. Wendell Nimne, I'm here with Esther Daku. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to all of you. It's good to be here this Wednesday morning. A very wet Wednesday morning, as a matter of fact. And I'm glad that I'm here to share what I have on my decks.
You know, I really didn't want to be here today, but, I just woke up this morning with a weak mind. And I was like, I'm not going to go to work today. But something again told me, hey, You got to get up and go to work because you need to make some money. You need a hustle, to take care of the family. When you are the breadwinner for the family, there
Mm-hmm.
are too many things involved. All right, you can't. When you get sick, is another problem. So you
Mm-hmm.
always got to do everything to make sure that you're not sick, because sleeping on that bed wouldn't put food on your table.
That is why you must empower whoever is at their house with
Mm,
you. Your partner should be empowered so that when you cannot,
That's
she
it.
can. Yep.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
We call that proper planning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The man bringing it, the woman bringing it,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it together, right?
Together, exactly.
Hmm. All right, folks. So that's it. We here, Esther and I, waiting on our Radio LRB team to join us as we take you straight up to 12:30 this afternoon on this edition of the program from the Pre News, the midweek edition. Now let's get to top stories. It says, yeah, top stories from the front page Africa newspaper. Esther is going to bring us the Daily Observer. So let's
Yeah.
let you know that if you are watching us, please don't just watch. Drop a comment in our comment section. All right, we're going to run through all of the comments for you on this show. So while you are there and watching, please let us know where you are watching from. Today is the birthday of a friend. They are the United Commodities Incorporated. Thomas Katia, love calling him TK. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Today is your birthday. Want to wish you all the best as you celebrate your natal day on today. He's the human resource guy there at the United Commodities Incorporated. Happy,
Mm-hmm.
happy birthday to you, Mr. Thomas Katia. TK. Celebrate in a grand style. So, the front page Africa top stories, we will define ourselves. Who is saying this? Coming meets Liberian students in Rwanda unveils aggressive 2029 strategy focus on youth, job, and rapid political response. And then more stories to cover from the top of the front page Africa newspaper. It says, yeah, we must move faster than the virus. Dr. Yang sounds alarm as new Ebola outbreak emerges in DR Congo. And lastly, for top stories, endorsing the report, government moves to tighten revenue controls after GSC audit exposes major financial irregularities.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting. But I think Esther has the full details, so I'm going to leave that with Esther.
Definitely.
Well, let's bring you more stories. It says young Liberians win historic task force to fight sexual violence. The hard part. Let's see what the story is all about. Let's see. Let's get to that page to run us through. Yeah. And let me run you through some lines. Yeah. It says when young Liberians marched through the streets of the capital in March, demanding stronger action against rape and gender based violence, many wonder whether the government will simply receive their petition and move on. Less than 2 months later, the Ministry of Gender has answered that question with the launch of what officials and advocates say is a landmark step towards putting young people at the center of the country's fight against rape, domestic violence, and other forms of harm directed at someone because of their gender. This is the first time in Liberia that young people have an exclusive youth gender based violence task force for the young people, by the young people, and of the young people, said Titus Pakala, one of the youth leaders. I feel excited that young people are giving the space to contribute to the gender based violence policy conversation. But the task force is being launched in a country where promises to fight rape have often failed to produce results. 6 years after former President George Weah declared rape a national emergency, advocates say prosecutions remain low. Survivors struggle to access safe home and psychological support. I'm sorry, that psychosocial support, and many families continue to settle rape cases informally. The administration of Joseph Boakai has promised that this time will be different. This task force does not duplicate existing efforts. It enhances and supports the important work already happening across the country, said Laura Mavelas Kolake, Deputy Minister for Gender. We are committed to thinking outside the box, engaging communities in innovative ways, and ensuring that young people remain at the center of prevention and advocacy efforts. The tax force comes as Liberia's major bilateral donors, the United States and Swedish governments, have pulled back support in this area, and as Liberia's young population, making up two-thirds of the population, becomes a bigger focus on the government policy. Experts say Liberia's youth explosion is its greatest asset and its most pressing test, a demographic dividend that could fuel economic growth and democratic renewal, or without jobs, education, and safety, a generation vulnerable to poverty, instability, and violence. In March, dozens of young people marched from the John F. Kennedy Medical Center to the Women's Peace Hub in Cinco. At a rally, they read petition statements and presented a petition to the Ministry of Gender. Their message was direct. Liberia's response to rape and gender based violence was not strong enough, and young people wanted a formal role in changing it. The launch of the task force was held under the theme Promoting Youth Ownership in Gender Based Violence Response and Prevention to End GBV in Liberia. The task force is being funded by the Ministry of Gender and partners. Its report will be received by the Ministry of Gender, Community Healthcare Initiative, the Swedish Embassy, the Irish Embassy, and Medicare Liberia. Organizers welcome the initiative, saying the intended impact will benefit all members of society. When violence becomes normal and redress is weak, women and girls feel unsafe in school, at work, and in public life, said Hawa Wilson, program coordinator at Paramore Young Women Initiative. That fear pushes them back and limits their full participation in society. Pakala said the launch is only the beginning. I am very optimistic that young people again will be the drivers of the gender based violence response and prevention in different communities and ensure that we complement government and partner efforts in GBV across the country. Members of the task force will be required to have been actively involved in gender based violence advocacy and part of the youth led organization in Liberia. Rural inclusion is also key, with task force members already operating in Nimba, Lofa, and Magibi counties. That rural presence is important because advocates say many cases outside Monrovia are underreported, settled quietly, or blocked by distance, lack of police presence, poverty, fear, and pressure from families or community leaders. Front page Africa and New Narratives has been following the case of a 57-year-old grandmother from rural Monserrato who said she was asked for money to move her kids through every step of the justice system, including jailing the accused offender. She has been pressured by family to settle, and her case was delayed for months because court officials lost the files in Liberia's paper-based filing system. Another case underscored the merit challenges even in the capital. A Monrovia-based mother reported that rape of her 8-year-old daughter, saying she was repeatedly asked to pay fees before the suspect could be jailed and tried because the country has no detention facilities for juveniles. The accused offender was released back into the community with the victim while he awaits a trial that is in most cases never comes. Well, that's it. Let's leave it right there. And let's take our final story. I think we have Gus. Just bring him on.
Yes, he's on.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on with our final story. Then we come back and send controls to Esther. This story says economic crimes case thrown into controversy as court orders probe into alleged jury tampering. Trial in turmoil is a question mark today by the director of His Honor Usman Efika, assigned circuit judge presiding First Judicial Circuit Criminal Court C, Montserrat County, Republic of Liberia, sitting in its midterm AD 2026. You are hereby ordered to appear on Wednesday, May 20, 2026 at 9 a.m. for an investigation into alleged jury misconduct and tampering filed on the oath of affidavit by three individuals who served as jurors in the above entitled cause of action. Meanwhile, the assignment for the hearing of the motion for May trial is hereby suspended pending the outcome of the investigation. Clerk of Court, Amos F. Dubois. Esther, I think it's very important that we run few lines,
Definitely.
just few lines from there. These are stories that are trending, so let's give the excerpt to our people. A major economic crimes prosecution involving former senior officials of the George Manawia administration has been thrown into renewed uncertainty after criminal court C ordered a formal investigation into allegations of jury tampering and misconduct. The directive issued by Judge Usman Efika effectively stalled key proceedings in the high profile case and raises fresh concerns about the integrity of the judicial process in one of Liberia's most closely watched corruption trials. Court summon lawyers and suspend new trial motion, according to a citation issued by the Office of the Clerk of the First Judicial Circuit Court. All lawyers connected to the matter have been summoned to appear on Wednesday, May 20, 2026, for a hearing into allegations contained in sworn affidavit from three jurors who participated in the trial. The court simultaneously suspended a pending motion for new trial, pending the outcome of the investigation. The jurors' affidavit reportedly alleged attempts of interference during the jury process, claims that, if substantiated, could significantly undermine the validity of the verdict. High profile defendants at the center, the Republic of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice, is prosecuting the case against several former senior officials accused of financial crimes tied to alleged misuse of public funds. The defendants include former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Dotwe, former Acting Justice Minister Yanti Tuan, former Financial Intelligence Agency Director General Stanley S. Ford, former Comptroller D. Moses P. Cooper, and former National Security Advisor Jefferson Campbell. They face charges including economic sabotage, theft of property, money laundering, criminal facilitation, and conspiracy. Split verdict and legal twist. The jury in the initial trial acquitted Samuel Twe and Moses Cooper while returning guilty verdicts against the remaining defendants. However, the convicted parties later filed a motion for a new trial, setting the stage for further proceedings before the court's latest intervention halted the process. Allegations that triggered the probe. The court's investigation stems from affidavit filed by three jurors alleging possible misconduct linked to the jurors' handling of the case. While details of the alleged interference remain unclear, the court has deemed the claims serious enough to warrant a formal inquiry before any further proceedings. Legal observers say the move signals caution by the judiciary in safeguarding the credibility of its verdicts, particularly in politically sensitive cases. This shifts attention from the defendants to the integrity of the trial process itself. One Monrovia based legal analyst noted political reactions intensified. The case has already generated sharp political reactions, particularly following the juror split decision. Opposition figures from the Congress for Democratic Change have described the acquittal of Twist as vindication. Why? Supporters of the ruling establishment maintain that the prosecution reflects efforts to enforce accountability in public finance management. Twer himself has maintained that his acquittal reinforces his long-standing position that finance ministers act only as disbursing officers under Liberia's public financial management law and are not responsible for the end use of released funds. Judiciary rejects Chief Justice claims. This latest twist comes after the judiciary dismissed claims that Chief Justice Yama Kwekwebese order a retrial or intervene in the matter. In a statement issued by the Judiciary Communication Director, Cesar Slape, the allegations were described as false, misleading, reckless, and entirely without basis.
Mm.
Esther, because of time, let's stop right here and stand controls to you to run us through the Daily Observer newspaper.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Wendell. I have before me the Daily Observer, and the top story here says government addresses GAC compliance audit findings amid weaknesses in revenue reconciliation system. This is the story. We see the photograph of Finance Minister Augustine Kwehe Kafuan addressing a joint press conference on the GAC compliance audit report in Monrovia. I think this story is on page 10, even though it is not being stipulated here. But let's run to page 10. Most often, that's where we find our headlines. Well, this is here. The government of Liberia has acknowledged significant weaknesses in its revenue collection and reconciliation systems following the release of a comprehensive compliance audit by the General Auditing Commission covering the periods of July 1, 2018 to December 31, 2024, while also addressing public concerns, institutional reforms, and wider speculation linked to the report. The joint press conference was held by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, the Liberia Revenue Authority, and the Central Bank of Liberia, and featured Finance Minister Augustine Akwehe Kafuan, Central Bank Governor Henry F. Samoa, and Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General James Dobo Jala. Finance Minister Kafuan, speaking on behalf of the three institutions, described the audit as a major milestone in strengthening transparency and public financial integrity. Nearly a month ago, the Auditor General released the General Auditing Commission's compliance audit report on the government of Liberia revenue collection and reconciliation processes for the period July 1, 2018 to December 31, 2004. Kafwan said the audit marks an important milestone in the government's ongoing efforts to strengthen transparency, accountability, and public financial integrity. He said the purpose of the briefing was to provide context to the findings, explain the circumstances that led to the audit, and outline corrective measures already taken and those ongoing across the revenue system. Gafwan disclosed that the process began in late 2024 when the MFDP, LRA, and Central Bank of Liberia detected discrepancies between revenue recorded in the tax administration system and the deposits reflected in the government consolidated revenue account at the Central Bank of Liberia. According to the report, the audit focused on the entire revenue collection and remittance process from taxes collected through the tax administration system and the automated system for customs data, to remittance through commercial banks, mobile money systems, and the government of Liberia's consolidated revenue accounts. Under Liberia's public financial management framework, taxes collected by the LRA are first deposited into transitory salary account at commercial banks before being swept within the government's consolidated account at the Central Bank of Liberia within 24 hours. However, the auditors found major gaps in how those revenues were tracked and reconciled. The completeness, existence, accuracy of revenue recorded in the transitory bank records or accounts and GRA may not be assured, the report warned. This may facilitate fraudulent financial reporting of revenue and misappropriation of public funds. Among the most alarming findings, the audit revealed that revenue totaling US 257.5 million and more than Liberian dollar 26.6 billion recorded in transitory bank accounts could not be traced to the general revenue accounts. Conversely, another US 165.7 million and over 10.9 billion Liberian dollars recorded in the general revenue accounts could not be traced back to the transitory accounts. The audit also found major discrepancies between revenue recorded in the government's tax administration system and the general revenue accounts. According to the reports, revenues amounting to nearly US 1.79 billion and LD 54.3 billion recorded in the tax administrative system could not be matched to entries in the general revenue accounts. According to, another US 1.37 billion US dollars and LD 68.3 billion recorded in the general revenue accounts could not be traced to tax administrative system records. Auditors further reported unreconciled variances totaling US 373.9 million and approximately LD 16.7 billion. The report highlighted significant irregularities within the customs and tax processing platforms, particularly the automated system for customs data in the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System. Auditors identified discrepancies of more than US 63.9 million between bills and payments recorded in the automated system for customs data. Some payment reportedly lack receipt numbers, although while auditors said they were unable to reconcile bills to payments in the integrated tax administration system because the transaction currencies could not be determined. Additionally, revenue receipts worth US 26 million recorded in the automated system could not be traced to the integrated tax administration system while another US 68.5 million recorded in the integrated tax administration system could not be traced back. The report also cited instances where identical receipt numbers appear in both systems but reflected different amounts. The GSC audit uncovered several unauthorized withdrawals from the government transitory account amounting to US 59,786 US dollars and LD $551,173. These transitions were categorized as out other debits and reportedly included unexplained deductions such as school fees, payments, and online transfers. Auditors also flagged negative debits totaling more than US 301,000 uh, 67.2 million Liberian dollars, which could not be linked to any original transactions or supported by documentation indicating they were legitimate adjustments. Further concerns were raised over reversal transactions in both the transitory accounts and the general revenue accounts. According to the report, reversal entries totaling US 16 million and LD 501 million in the transitory account, along with another US 37.1 million. When I can just keep reading the figures. I mean,
Well,
I don't even have
we
small
broke
piece
their
of it.
money and we're just reading BB
I'm telling
money.
you, it's not easy. But let's see what stories here this morning. We have U.S. charged the affairs hails Jetty Robert. Well, this is good.
Good news
Yeah,
because Jetty is one of those foreign investors
that's
that
doing
doing
really well.
well in our country.
Of
So
course.
it's
But
good
we
news.
have more stories. Senator DeLone submits Diaspora Development Fund Act. This is what I want to read.
Hmm.
Proposal Act pushing $1 levy on the remittance transactions to finance Liberia's development project. Can you imagine? We
Hmm.
know. So the people won't use us to reach the billion. I'm telling
No,
you, it's not
take it from
easy.
all.
But let's see what DeLone
Some people,
what
some
bill
are
he's
always
putting
using
on the
where they will
floor.
soon start taking where charging us to pay for the
I say,
well.
we will start drawing. I tell you, it's not easy. More especially in the communities that water is an issue.
Ah, that fun. Oh.
Big, you know,
Now we don't want to say you're gonna carry
that's
your
it.
son into 1.2 billion.
I tell you. But we have it right here. Senator DeLone submits a bill. Let's take some lines. Montserrado County Senator Abraham Darius DeLone uh, has formally submitted to the Liberian Senate a proposed legislation titled the Diaspora Development Fund Act of 2026, a bill seeking to establish a sustainable national development financing mechanism through a fixed contribution of US $1 on every remittance transaction sent to Liberia from abroad.
Look at that.
The proposed legislation submitted to Senate plenary is seen as an ambitious diaspora center development initiative introduced before the Liberian Senate in recent years. In his communication, Senator DeLone emphasized that the initiative was developed in consultation with the Diaspora Liberian Development Initiatives, a Liberian-focused development organization headquartered in Bloomington, Minnesota, in the United States. According to the Montserrado County lawmaker, he proposed measures seeks to transform Liberia's vast remittance network into a long-term national development instrument capable of submitting strategic infrastructure and social economic projects throughout the country. Under the proposed framework, every qualifying remittance transaction originating outside Liberia and sent to the beneficiaries within the country will attract a flat US $1 contribution towards the newly proposed Diaspora Development Fund. Regardless of the amount being transferred to the identity of the sender, Senator DeLong clarified that the initiative is not based on the value of remittance, but rather on the volume and frequency of remittance transactions made annually by Liberians and other individuals abroad who send financial support to Liberia. The principle behind this initiative is collective national participation, the senator explained in the communication. Through the combined power of millions of remittance transactions each year, Liberia can establish a sustainable development financing mechanism independent of traditional budgetary constraints and excessive foreign aid dependency, transforming remittance into development capital. Liberia's diaspora community remains one of the country's largest economic lifelines, contributing millions of dollars annually to support families, businesses, education, healthcare, and local communities. However, proponents of the bill argue that despite the numerous contribution of diaspora remittances to household survival and economic stability, the country has lacked a structured institutional mechanism capable of channeling a small fraction of those flows towards long-term public development initiatives. The proposed Diaspora Development Fund Act seeks to fill that gap by creating what Senator Dillon described as an independent merge patriotic trust fund to be held in custodian at the Central Bank of Liberia. According to the draft proposal, the fund will operate independently from Liberian national budget and will be insulated from the political interference through a combination of statutory protections, external audits, and representative governance structured involving the diaspora community. If enacted and effectively managed, Senator DeLone believes the initiative could finance transformative projects across multiple sectors of Liberia's economy and social infrastructure. Among the proposed area of investment highlighted in the legislation, including expansion of reliable electricity infrastructure nationwide, construction of modern vocational and technical institutions across Liberia's four geographical regions, training programs for Liberia's scientists, engineers, doctors, and technology professionals, expansion of affordable nationwide internet and digital infrastructure, establishment of industrial production hubs to support made in Liberia manufacturing initiatives, development of safe drinking water systems in urban and rural communities, youth empowerment and agriculture development programs, and community-based infrastructure and sanitation initiatives. The legislation envisions the fund as long-term development support mechanism that would complement existing government programs, regardless of which administration occupies political power. Governance and transparency provisions. Let's hear this. The major component of the proposed legislation focuses on governance, accountability, and public trust, issues often centered to discussions surrounding public funds and national development programs in Liberia. According to Senator DeLone's submission, the proposed framework includes several safeguards intended to ensure an independent oversight of the fund. Key provisions reportedly, I think, Tunis needs to. According to Senator DeLone's submission, the proposed framework includes several safeguards intended to ensure transparency and independent oversight of the fund. Key provisions reportedly include independent custodianship and regulatory supervision by the Central Bank of Liberia, mandatory annual independent audits of public financial reporting, creation of a representative county-based diaspora development board, legal protection against political interference, exclusive of the fund for incorporation into the national budget, and equitable county-based allocation of development resources according to the community needs and national priorities. But let's stop you here and look up more stories this morning. Let's see this. Jurors who accounted to face misconduct review today. After phone regulations
We
rock
brought that story
US
on from the front
6.2
page.
million verdict. Well, that's it. Let's bring it to the back page of the Daily Observer. This is just Victoria. Victoria of the visit by U.S. Charge d'Affaires Joseph Zandronin to the facilities of Jetty Rubber and Salala Rubber Corporation in Wiyala, Maikibi County on Tuesday, May 19, 2026. Well, yeah, It's up to you.
Jetty deserves to be celebrated because
Exactly.
he's one of those foreign investors that creating job opportunities for Liberians. So
Exactly.
such a person deserves, a pat on the back. So Jetty, we want to say thank you for doing all you do for Liberia. All right, folks, we are about to catch up with our break. When we come back, we have the weather report and hear from the rest of our panelists. So let's take a word from our sponsor, and then we'll be right back with you on the program from the pre news on Freedom FM 87.9, broadcasting to you from the corner of Clay and Carey Streets. So let's catch up with our break.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in deep and deeper.
Putting thought to Ichiki, be that living sense in your brain. All right, that's the man that sponsors the Crime Stopper Liberia and Exodus Best Price store together with Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. All right, folks, it's time to leave the shores of Liberia. We have our weather report man. He was on camera, but now he's off camera. Okay, he's back on camera. So we will send controls to Tunis. Tunis is the man who runs Radio LIB since Nokofo left the stage. So Tunis is in charge. So we are sending controls to him now, who is going to run us through the weather report. He probably will want to chip in on some of the stories we read, and then we can get to our talking points. So Tunis, from Esther and I, we say good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Gus and Aliu. Good morning, Esther, Windel. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Good morning to my good friends. Salam alaikum to my brothers and sisters. The weather today is about most of the day going to be wet. You're going to experience a little bit of rain, light rain, about 40 to 55 chance of rain, which is almost, I think, if I'm not, I stand to be corrected, but as I'm speaking, it's raining right now in somewhere in Monrovia. And it's going to stay like that all day. If you have been experiencing the sun this morning, Just know that our sun will soon be going away. And it was start raining lightly. The wind is about 7 miles per hour. It's going to be hot anyway, no matter the rain, even though it's raining. But the heat's still sitting in Monrovia. It's going to stay like that throughout the week. Tomorrow, you will experience suns in the morning area, morning to sometime in the afternoon. And after the afternoon kick in, you're going to experience some heavy rain with thunderstorm, heavy rain, heavy thunderstorm. And chances of rain will give you almost 60%. And the heat is sitting in there. This heat is average heat tomorrow is going to be 85, but it's go up to 96. So that's the heat you're going to be working with. And also Friday no different from Thursday. Anyway, every day is a rainy day this week. Every day. But most of the rain will come right early afternoon or early evening. And most of the time you will experience it from early, like midday. And it's going to be, it's not a heavy rain, but it's a kind of rain that will torment you. You know, like it's going to stop, but it will keep going until the nightfall. Seriously, after afternoon hour now, you're going to be the Monrovia area from today to Friday, even Saturday. Saturday is a very good day for you guys, but even that is only half of the day, from morning to afternoon. But the rest of the day, from today to Saturday, you're going to have a raining day and heavy thunderstorm and heat. It's hot. No matter rain, it's still going to be hot. So that's about it. The weather is no big different. It's the same as every day. Every day you're going to experience rain, especially in the evening hour. Anytime you go, most of the rain will stay until you go to bed. Okay, so that's the weather report from here from Freedom FM. Take it to the bank, and you will see how the day unfolds during the week. But definitely, you got raining day throughout the rest of the week. Thank you. Let me send control back to you guys.
Thank you, and I'm sending controls right back to you. You can take a minute or two. I'm quite sure you want to enlighten your Muslim brothers and sisters about the activities coming up. So let me give you some time to do that. In the next 2 minutes, you can wrap up from your end. So what we got how many more days now? I think 9 more days to Ibrahim Day, right?
Yeah, 8 more days. Thank you so much for giving me that time. A lot of time when we get on this radio, it's a chance for us to at least enlighten most of you guys, non-Muslim and Muslim, that this 10 days, this is our last month on our calendar, the Islamic calendar. They call it Dhul Hijjah, which is called December. I mean, that's not the meaning December, but December is the last month in Western
Dhul Hijjah.
Dhul Hijjah. Yes, that's the name of it in Arabic. Okay, the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah is the most important days, the most significant days we the Muslim. It's not the night, though, I say the day. The most important 10 nights on our calendar is the last 10 days in the fast Ramadan month. But the most significant day, the most important 10 days is this from this Dhul Hijjah. It started, I think, the 20th. I think the 18th or the 19th, and it will end, the 10 day will end on the 27th of this March. That's when the people go to Mecca, and that's the day. The 9th day is the one they do the real pilgrimage, what they went for. They call it Yom Arafat. That's the day they really that day, but you can't miss that day. All they going, that particular day, you can't miss it because the whole going is surrounding that the 9th day. Then the 10, that's when we can also follow them with prayer all over the world. And then every Muslim is entitled to kill one sheep if you have the means, one sheep. The sheep is significant of or symbolized of Abraham killing trying to kill his son, and then God brought up the sheep to at least save him from killing him. So that's the significance of that sheep killing. Okay, the Christians say it was Isaac, but we Muslims say it was Ishmael, which was the first son. Ishmael was the first son. Okay, so the 9th day, we Muslims, we need to be very nice. The 10 days, we need to be very nice to each other. Some of us are fasting. The whole entire 10 days we can fast. I'm not fasting because I was not feeling well from the start. But you can fast at any of the days. The last 3 days is one of the most important days to fast. So many people will wait till the last 3 days, but many people take from the 1st to the 10th. Okay, so at least you'll be nice to each other. Let's be nice to even non-Muslim. Be nice to them. And even non-Muslim, try by all means to increase your reward to God. Anything you do in these 10 days is very, very important in the eyes of God. Any good you do is very important. So be kind, even smiling to people, just to make them feel happy is something good in the eyes of God. You don't have to give somebody food or money, but just make them happy by just smiling to them. It's something good in the eyes of God. So that's about it. Thank you so much. And let me send control back to you.
Thank you very much, Tunis. Folks, you heard it, the weather report, and those of you who are Muslims, the activities for the rest of the 8 days, what you need to do, and those of us who are non-Muslims, what we need to do to embrace you, our Muslim brothers and sisters. So our man just guided us through that process. Well, let's hear from our man there in Chicago, Illinois, Gus Coleman. Gus, good morning and welcome.
Before Gus come in, let me just let you know I gotta go. You know, I will join you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much again.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself. Have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Gus, are you there? Okay, Esther, I don't think Gus is there. He's there, but he's muted.
He's not.
I hope he.
Okay, he's here.
Gus, are you there?
He just muted.
Okay.
Gus, go ahead. What's going on?
He's muted.
Hello.
Himself just...
Yeah, Gus. Good morning.
Good morning. How we doing?
We doing good here.
Okay. You had the weather report already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was just interested in Darius DeLong. What do you call it? Bail. These people got something in their head. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, like, have they not realized that if they just automated taxation in Liberia today, all of the monies that we need would be generated. I mean, in this country that I live in, America, and Arizona, all those people have come to America. You buy chicken soup, you buy anything, there's tax on it, right? So just through those processes, they will make money. But again, we're still collecting money and putting it in people's hands. You know what I'm saying? We're not collecting money via somebody come and buy stuff and the transaction is done and the first thing that get paid is the government. All of these marketplace, all these shops, all these restaurants and places. Imagine if they automated like they do all the way around the world, right? Every time you pay for a room in America for a hotel, like this weekend I'm going to be traveling, part of those fees go automatically. It's ringed up. It goes automatically to the government. It's collected. It's not going in somebody's hand. Once the transaction is done, money is collected. But these people, somehow their education just gets stuck somewhere. Everything that we need done, like one of my friends, Josh Famula, always says, It's been done somewhere, but we just refuse to do it. You know, it does not take much for us to do that. LRA, all these people, all the things they could be doing today, if this government was serious, that could be one of the most transformative thing anybody could do. We start the same thing like we said with the national identification. That's the one of the most transformative thing any government could do because we will be able to generate enough fund. We'll be able to account for our citizens. We'll be able to save money because every time election come, we got to do a new survey. We got to do all these things. We're saving money there. But just the generations of funds. Look at the travel that we do. The GSN. Do you know every SIM card that you buy in Liberia now, you could pay taxes on that? You know what I'm saying? That's how it will work. But you know what it takes? Somebody has to be willing to tell the government for you to make money, you have to spend money. And so you invest in that infrastructure, and then that infrastructure pays for itself. Okay? It's the same thing we've said with tollways and all of those things. Those will be able to pay for road maintenance. But again, are we interested in those things? I don't know. Like I said, this is what when a Liberian man brag about how much he knows, I just laugh. Collecting degrees and you live in a country where nothing works, no function. Look at the garbage situation in our country. When was the last time we had a new landfill? We got plenty of land. When was the last time somebody identified a spot and said this is a landfill? All the yellow machine coming. How can they buy some to pick up garbage? There's garbage truck to come and pick up garbage every day that those things go. Everybody that owns a property in Liberia should be able to pay tax towards garbage removal because again, in the rest of the world, people know this. As long as you live, you're gonna create garbage, right? You gotta eat. Put that in place. But it's only us, man. But I got enough. I gotta go back in surgery. I'll come back and listen.
Okay. Esther, let's hear
Thank
from
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Gus. But Wendell,
Mm.
this whole thing here, I see, is not a bad thing, but this has to do with the issue of trust. Over the years, we have lived in this country, we have seen, you know, people build or make laws, and there's no system to, help these things to to
To
be
work.
functional. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it has been a problem. I witnessed in this very town, we have one Saturday people normally call Maribel Saturday, right? And people use that time to do cleaning around your store, around your home, and stuff like that. You don't only have to be on the main street before you do that.
Mhm.
You must take that time and do your cleaning. Wendell. But then at the end of the day, I was in front of this store right in Central Town on Broad Street, and the dirt was all everywhere. I mean, when they sell from the previous day, the next day the dirt that was left from the previous day is there, and is that Saturday and nobody cleaning. Everybody just sitting and doing nothing when I was concerned, like the day is, I mean, your store is closed basically, so you will be cleaning. This time is allotted for cleaning. So I asked one of the guys, I said, but why you're not cleaning the place? Why did dirt stay here? He said, my girl, tell you that thing. You know how much we paying these people to come clean the dirt? So my concern now is, are you paying the people to come and pick up your garbage, or you're paying them to come and sweep, in front of your store and all of that? He said, we're paying them for all. We're paying them to clean the place. So we can't be paying them money and be cleaning the place,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And so that's all comes to systems, right?
Mhm.
This is not a bad thing.
Mhm.
If Senator DeLong
Mhm.
is pushing this bill, right? What is the guarantee that this is going to be a direct benefit to the Liberian people?
Yeah.
We're still riding on bad roads. You guys have made so many different laws. Right now, you're collecting money for even Kobo shop owners. I don't know whether you guys have started the collection, but you posted it. It was all on social media. I heard the president hoted. I don't know whether it was all of
Yeah.
it he hoted, or it was portion of it he hoted. But then, at the end of the day, laws are made, or you guys talking about putting policies in place, and at the end of the day, nobody account for nothing. You are talking about central bank being the custodian. What is a direct benefit back to the Liberian people?
Mhm.
We go to a hospital window, we have children under 5 years taking free treatment at JFK. It was removed.
It's no longer happening.
Exactly. You see? So there are a lot of different things that you guys have talked about. We are yet to see. And now you're coming and telling us that you want to start collecting. So at the end of the day, it is my money you're taking, because why if somebody wants to send me $5 and they send that $5, you're taking $5 from all my money. You're not taking it from all the person money. The person is sending the
Yeah.
money for me. So it is my money. And if
Give
you're
her
taking
$1.
$1 for all my $5, it becomes $4. Why if the thing I'm supposed to buy costs, $5 and all of that? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but at the end of the day, there should be a direct benefit. What is the Liberian people gonna be benefiting from this? That is the thing. You collecting the money, yeah, and trusting central bank, and all of that. We still want to know the direct benefit. You talk about a lot of things I saw in the paper, but then what are the guarantees? This is a government window that keep a lot of promises, and we are still yet to see some of these things you're talking about. How
Even-
again you coming to tell us you coming start collecting our $1, you will do this and that way? How do we believe you? But when at the end of the day, our hands are tied. These are some of the systems that needs to be put in place. And the countries that have these systems, I think you see how those countries look. They're not suffering from electricity issue. They do not have water issue. They do not have road issues. If there must be a road issue, it should be in one little lean village, that people not accessing much. Not in the capital city. This morning again to get to work, we had to sit in a huge traffic. And we're not even talking about a side that is being fixed. We're talking about Somalia Drive coming to Freeport area. We are still struggling with that area. Once you get to Freeport window, you will sit before you start, and stuff like
The
that.
traffic thing
It
that
is a problem.
I don't want to give into it, but because I know everywhere around the world there's traffic.
Mm.
But this Darius Dillon do, all right? This Darius Dillon man, I didn't see Darius Dillon man who say he was gonna give away his salary.
You only that there.
Mhm.
Well,
Let Darius Dillon tell us when was the last time he donated his salary.
Mm.
To whom was that salary given? Now he's pushing a bill where to a bill they call it that Diaspora Development Fund Act. When somebody send you money, then it would take $1 from there. I don't understand these guys when they come here with these kind of laws, because everything we do when that person is sending that money to you,
mhm,
taxes has already been deducted.
of course.
And the whole thing about it, the people who will send you the money, they will pay the taxes or they pay the interest, what they're supposed to pay.
Mhm.
And when you go to collect your money, they take some more money from there again.
Yeah, 2%.
Yeah.
That's why the company takes.
Yeah.
One of Lone Star Orange.
The other day, how much more money I got to the thing? What $4? Almost $4 a minute over my mind. I said,
Mhm.
$4.
Mhm.
What you doing here, so?
And now the company will be taking additional $1. So
Mm-hmm. So
Just imagine.
if this bill is passed, we the one that are going to feel it, because Joseph Boakai, I don't know what Darius Dillon put in this bill, because the president said the people that don't live here, they shouldn't talk in our business.
Mhm.
But that the people remitting money to us,
Mhm.
they don't want sending money to us.
And you come in to start deducting $1.
$1. So when the people who use them are not talking our business now, when they send our money, why you want to take it from us for? Why you want to take our money for? Take $1 from us. When was the last time Darius Dillon, who said he was going to donate his check, and do X, Y, Z? When was the last time you heard Darius Dillon giving out his check?
The people who believe what Darius Dillon said, I don't know what they were thinking, because
But he's
a
pushing
man
this
like
bill.
Darius Dillon, I mean,
He's the very
really?
one that pushing the Diaspora Development Fund Act. When it goes into law, it's being acted into law, then it means that everybody now in the country that got mobile money number, when your family or friends send you money,
from abroad.
just make sure that $1 will be deducted.
Mhm.
Then when like Esther was saying, somebody said, my man, not easy, but I got $5 here. Let me send you $5 so you can buy one scratch card. They send you that $5. $1 will move from there. And you would not even, that $1 will move. You wouldn't see it that a dollar is being deducted by the Central Bank of Liberia. They will process all of that thing.
Of course. And you know, Wendell,
So-
it's so funny
Ah,
to the extent where, you know, when you're deducting money, you're taking money from somebody and the person seeing the benefit of why you're taking the money.
they wouldn't
Take for
complain.
example, when you went to Freetown, I'm sure you went to Freetown by road.
Yeah.
You passed the different toll gates, right?
Mhm.
And you notice that the drivers pay
Yeah. You pay. Yeah.
before
pay,
you
yeah.
pass.
Exactly.
They are seeing a direct benefit because they are driving on a better road.
Oh yeah. You drive immediately when you leave Liberia. You enter the Sierra Leone side.
Yes.
You drive to Freetown on the
Oh,
paved
yes.
road. You will not see
You
one
do.
pothole.
Mhm.
All right. The last time I was there, I didn't see, because you know what?
I mean, from the
The
border.
road maintenance. They got
Yes.
people every time they notice there's a pothole.
They
They will
don't wait
go
for
and
it
they
to get
won't-
large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll go and
You will
will
bounce in
you
it,
say
bounce,
bounce,
it
it
will
will spoil
spread.
your honor carrier, everything,
Well,
and go fix it.
exactly. Your car be selling like you. I mean, you took it from some kind of
So
garage.
these kind of things were happening in
You
our
bought it from
country.
one old
It wouldn't be
garage.
a problem for us to pay that
Yes.
$1
No,
because we'll see the benefit of that $1.
exactly.
But the ones that we even pay you now, what you're doing with it?
Mm.
They want it. What thing you're doing in that house?
They're taking it from LEC. When you go to the restaurant to eat or the hotel, you will see
Man,
it.
that
That
direct, they don't go find
GST,
somewhere
you
to
are
sit down,
paying for
man.
it. Yeah.
That dollars they don't go find somewhere to sit down. And you ain't get nothing to offer. Let him just wait for a time when whether you will win again, you will not win. That is business, but let him just sit down there. Because it doesn't make any sense to us. The first money that we're paying, we're not seeing the benefit of it. Then you're telling us that when they send us money, we'll take out $1 from that Diaspora Development Fund Act.
Imagine that.
What in that? That a new one you're coming our way again?
I
Rescue
saw they
government?
mention having a they just say power plant, a production hub.
Hub, yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
A production hub. I mean, should you
Production
not
hub.
all these years? Should you not?
That
have
all
a
money you wanted to
production
do
hub?
production
Like,
hub?
really? Look at what's happening in Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
You saw the different production hub. The president have how you call it?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are producing tomatoes,
Yeah.
turning it into finished products,
Yeah. Yep.
shipping it to other countries. They're selling.
Mm.
All
We
your
got
raw
all the rich-
materials
yeah.
going out
Yeah.
because you don't have anything to.
So you see,
Ain't
so let
ready
me
yet.
look. I'm you know,
So we don't want promises.
Mhm.
We want to see the tangibles. When we see the tangible, we can pay towards it. That's not an issue. That's
No.
not an issue. We want this
Today-
country to leave from this stage to the next stage. When we living in the city, people building
Mm.
homes. They will build bathroom. You got to take bucket and carry in the bathroom to take. But like make it make sense. The
Mm.
21st century, and
Yeah.
you're still building homes like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And when you go ask for one house price, you see 200 at a US house, and they do not have shower in the bathroom. Like why?
Just walk down Broad Street right now. You will
Wow.
see. You will see
No regulation, nothing. We just living in a country that I won't live finish.
Yeah, I mean, you know, today what to talk about the our yesterday continuation, but we're going to save that conversation because we're trying to bring in studios some of the folks,
Of course.
you know, who are responsible to have those things regulated. But let's also appreciate Jetty.
Oh yeah.
You see, these are the kind of people that we want to see in our country. These are people who are buttressing the government's effort. Jetty, see what Jetty is doing. Do you know how many Liberians are now employed by Jetty? Do you know how many families are depending on those Liberians? So these are the kind of people that will celebrate foreign investors. All right. Now the one who will come, they will take everything from us and they leave us with nothing. We get a whole play B Martin over there is sucking our goal. But go look at the play where the goal coming from. Go see the play. Go see the play where they're taking the goal from. You will not even believe that they cannot go leaving this place and this place is underdeveloped like this. But the Cape Martinians are sitting there. Their caucus, their lawmakers are sitting there. They're enjoying it because they go to the people, they get their pocket change from them. So the things that these people are supposed to do, they're not pressurizing them to do it. When they go there, what they get for themselves, They're done. That's the kind of country we are. So we want to say a big thank you to Jetty. Jetty helping our people. Jetty is helping our people. He's building factories that, giving jobs to Liberians. So the other foreign investors are doing it. Will sit behind these microphones and tell them thank you too. But when it kind of take everything from all, then they leave us with nothing. Esther, let's take a few comments and then we take calls and go home.
Yeah, comment session.
Liberia, the country is sick. A small heading here, the country heading.
My country friend. Well, let's read some comments. We have God Shelley Coleman says good morning, Freedom FM family. We have Jiba Kamar. He says good morning to the Freedom FM family. I'm watching from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. We have Saturday Zonwe Wudu Wule says good morning, watching from Atlanta, New Georgia. Watching from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. We have Bakari B. Sharif. He says, good morning, Freedom family. I'm following the conversation from Nuku Town. Thanks for the update. Former President Weah is coming back. We have Henry Yango following. He says, following you guys closely from my end on this awesome cold Wednesday evening. Thanks to you guys for the show. Is it in the evening? Where are you watching from?
Maybe that man, where you watching that in the evening?
Clarence Dwyer says, good morning, Wendell and Esther, and a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of the motherland. I'm Clarence Obechi Dwyer, watching this morning from the Gio people town of Tapeta, Nima County. Okay, this time around, you watching from... Look, and we have...
Why the unknown destination, man?
Well, Prince Lahar says, I'm watching from Johnsonville, and I'm Prince. Henry Tito Jr. says, good morning, the print news crew. I'm a Freedom FM and a Radio LRB crew of USA with our rail report man, Uncle Tunis from Staten Island, New York City. I'm following you up from my residence in Upper Caldwell. Thanks for the update. We have Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bryson Jr. says, following from Panosville, Quebec. Felicia T. Swen says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following from Panosville, Billboard Speaker District 11. Thanks for the information.
Wow, Billboard Speaker.
Billboard Speaker. We have Josephine Sate Moa Amenza says, good morning, my Freedom family. We have Malu F. Ofana. She says, good morning. I'm following from 20th Street. We have Abraham Addison. He says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching live from my comfortable residence. Phoenicia's Junior Bar says, watching live from the borough of Nuku Town. He says, Weah is coming back 2029. We have Barry Freeman. He says, good morning, Freedom FM, watching from Caldwell. We have James Randall. He says, Samuel Twain will be punished for all the stealing he did for former President George Weah. JMB is definitely a godsend for Liberia. We have Henry Na. He says, good morning, guys. I'm following from Fender Community. Kyle Few, thanks a lot for the show. We have Stanley Sharif. He says, good morning to the peaceful citizens of Bohe Town, Kwakwa District, Grand Cape County, Western Liberia. I'm Stanley Sharif, watching from Burrillville City. Thanks for the update. Clarence Akin says, our weather report man is a genius. He reports that he's in direct conversation with heaven. He spoke about little rain yesterday and it happened this morning. Not like Joseph Waka who can lie. And we have James Randall says, my man, stop wasting time on this weather report thing. Every time you say it says the rain will fall, well, the sun will shine. Sun gets very angry with us. We don't have time for that weather reporting anymore.
We do have time for it.
Time, exactly.
If you don't have time for it, that's your business. But we do have time for it.
Stanley Sharif, yeah. Stanley Sharif says that from the look of things, JMB is using the state resources to himself.
Kind of control our show, will block you from watching our show.
Rescue missions will, why the
hell are you? You can't tell us. We ain't got time for it.
With hunger. He's going after those that are impacting the life of Liberian people of their political disagreements. But after 2029, JMB will pay for what he's doing to the Liberian people. Ambassador Watson Bushi Morgan Jr. says, I'm following from my Johnsonville resident, Vice Chairman of the Welfare CDC Regular Intellectual Militant. We have Kadi Pasewe. She says, hello family. Hello there, ma'am. We have Yasa Sherry. She says, thanks for the question. She mean that question you asked about the president not wondering why these people are interfering in the country stuff when they are not in the country. And Stella Sharif says, Brother Wendell, we don't have lawmakers from Cape Mount, only money eaters. And then we have, is that WJ Park Dave says, Joseph Boga is a complete punishment to the Liberian people. Rabbi M. Barr says, good morning, Mr. Nene and Esther, following from Bourgeois Island. Moreover, I want your medium to call on the Ministry of Public Works intervention on our Doe community road. The potholes are now more than the good pavement. Hope their maintenance team will come to repair those roads. If people say yeah for them, we are
Ain't that the same thing we're talking here, Jenna?
people say y'all suffer on that road. That's why I give you. And Christian Slobber says, good afternoon. I'm watching from around town this afternoon. Thank you guys for the show. I do appreciate you guys so much. And when they just to what the guy just said about the Doe community road, I mean, this thing should not be about politics, to be honest, because that road is another exit route. When there's a huge traffic on around the Freeport area from Claratown to go, that place is an escape route, Winter. But you can try it.
Except they
when
won't
you
tell
try
us.
it, you will get stuck. You will be there for
Esther
hours.
said they won't tell us, say, Unity Party people can pass on that road.
Yes.
Unity Party government officials, they can pass on that road are the only way. But even before they became, they came into power, you know, the 12 years they were there, that road was very deplorable. President Weah came and saw the need to have that road fixed. He fixed it.
They had one piece on it, almost like
They
river.
were passing there, they were making out that
erosion.
the road spoiling now. You see the thing
Well,
we're just
our
talking.
road ain't can
Well,
lie. Well,
yeah,
our road ain't can lie.
because our engineers, even the ones that they are on right now, the boulevard on the island, the Bourgeois Island, that stretch.
Right.
That's sort of why the people running with the road, we can't even understand. The people say one is better than zero. I agree, but I'm looking at the durability.
Exactly.
Well,
Because
here's the thing.
and they don't do maintenance again. That's the thing.
No, but
Go ahead.
it starts with the preparation. I mean, like you said, I mean, most places before you even put asphalt, the layer is cement, right? They put concrete down and then they go on top of it. But we're not doing that. We're making it just for flash because again, the Liberian people love it. They love flash. Look at y'all today. The brightness set, I think Fanatic Kofa really doing well for y'all already. Shit. I mean, I love the colors on the
Got
set.
all the politics.
Hey,
Yeah, that's small, man.
Love the colors.
Bye.
I love
beg
the
you,
colors.
Papa.
Bye.
I was seeing Leo Ben's out. I was seeing Leo.
No. Look at your shirt color. I love it. My
Yeah,
sister
thanks,
look like
man.
she
I'm
ready-
wearing a Jordan. That's
my
a expensive
my
shirt.
sister-
It
my
looks
Very-
way nicer in person
Yeah.
sister
because I'm
look
looking at it.
that
I'm
she
looking
just
at
won-
the
My sister looked like she just won the ATP tour, the tennis tour.
Easy.
You both big, what you
Williams.
feel, I think you hear.
Venus Williams.
Me not looking for gas.
Let's take
Alright,
a few calls. We go home. We got 8 minutes. Let's
Chris.
take a few calls. We gotta go home. All right. So guys, you can call us 0776-104-0104. 086-500-104. And because of time, we're gonna cut the 1 minute to 40 seconds. All right. Let's talk to you, this person. Hello.
Good afternoon. Your brother, calling from District 1.
Go ahead.
Community.
Let's hear you in 40 seconds.
Yeah, you see about Jetty.
Mm.
Jetty is doing good for the Liberia. The other company that is the big group of companies, they don't want to will for with a rubber farmer. But you see, fire so here to just somebody as bravo to Jetty.
Thank you. I love that. Bravo to Jetty. Thank you so much. Let's talk to this caller. Good afternoon. Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name and take your 40 seconds. No time.
Thank you very much. TOP Willie, I represent for Stella Trevor Johnson. I call from Stockholm to school.
Go ahead.
I'm interested in quote unquote bill form.
Oh my God. I didn't cut you off, Willie. You can call us back. Somebody just took you off the line. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Patience. Welcome to the show. Let's.
remember the content I bring for church.
40 seconds, patience. Go ahead.
They for me, they came to rescue according to them, but they are not rescued. You will take somebody for sister that when they say it, then they will take us again for what? That one is question where you going. If you were here to begin them for money to be paid was for Waka, and what are you trying to tell us? That was didn't to us that you were coming to salary to Muscle Rado. They put voting. What is it for Muscle Rado? That when you take somebody for sister that, they go get it again and they call them over ground. Maybe it's for Waka. Well, get a minute, Marshall key. Get a minute, Marshall key. There's only man. I can always say it, man. Without getting nothing for the government. And let me say things so Daddy even produce it right.
Okay.
Daddy produce it right. You can say the red 2-5.
Okay. That's
We
good.
say Papa to him. For the government, there's only man. Nothing will get for the poor. I can always say, nothing will get for the man on there. They say yesterday, the poor continue to lie to us. The prophet said, the men official, they are all liars. They are failure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, patience. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Morning. Hello.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Mr. We don't Nimland. How you doing?
I'm fine, David King. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you. You have 40 seconds. No time.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you see, you know the one company here. They don't have the answer way of hijacking the for money. You already here and telling people that that's why my friend don't live here, they don't have a ticket here. Then you want to remit them from these people and you won't take something for the remittance that is spent in the country. Then what are you telling us? So there is something and that when that sit down, so rather think about the growth and development of this country for every day that focus on getting money and chopping money. So to the point I just was saying, the people don't live here. They should set up our business. So why are they requesting now to pass a bill so that they can be getting $1 for every remittance that comes from America or somebody in the place?
Thank you, David. Let's leave you there and take this person. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, when that was
I'm fine. Welcome to the show. What's this? Oh my God. I don't know, but let's we lost that caller. Let's take this person. Wendell, what's up on the show like that? Hello?
Oh, thank you very much, my dear brother William, and thanks to Esther, thanks to my other senior brother in the diaspora,
My name is
for the revelations, for the public,
40 seconds. Let's hear you, Poka.
unknown
There's no problem, and I told you
destination.
this morning for our unknown destination.
Right.
On the issue about the government shaming themselves again, because it's another issue. I come here to the Praga, because if you carry somebody to court, and then because number one who carry two to court was Joseph Praga that carried two to court, and number one is saying court vindicated to it. He is not guilty of all crimes that were leveled against him. And today again, you come back again and say the jurors, you have serious authority over. They were in your possession. They were circumstanced. But the juror now you tell they are better temper. But that's a big shame. Well, those two work again. 3 days in the ass of the body of cardio with the end to they don't. You can test everything. But I was lating. I was talking for all from the diaspora. Trust me, they don't. We get try. I won't be the end of you. We are very clear. Because number one, you said the people got nothing to do here in the poor. The people got nothing to even put a boy up for what money we're doing now.
Thank you, Poka. Thank you. Let's leave it there. Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Neiman, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Take your 40 seconds.
Okay, Mr. Neiman. Yeah, Mr. Neiman, this is Emmanuel Paul, the federal led to the other day one who set an appointment to come there, come at your office, at the station there, confirm the security. I let it die yesterday when I think you got that man, but I'm going to tell you.
Were you yet? Did the security tell you that I was not here?
Yeah, the security told me you was not around. Let it die. Even up tonight. If I didn't take my own tablet because I think I've been using it, it can be using it, and I can be running around my resident. Someone was trying to.
Emmanuel, can you come here tomorrow so we can talk?
Tomorrow, I wish so.
Oh, about this time, just about this time, because I'm almost leaving the radio. So when you hear about 12:30, I will have ample time to talk to you.
Okay, let my put to and then me, I don't overlook things. Yeah. She attempted killing me. I even have my photos, all the things here, what she did to me. All my
Okay.
evidence, I got it.
Yeah, come with all your evidence. Let's see it. Then we'll call the woman while you here, and then we'll find it from her. Thank you. We'll hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Mr. Newman, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks, we gotta go. We ain't got much time, so we'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is What's on Your Mind segment of the pre-news. You can join us for the conversation. Thanks to all of you for your contribution. We'll be back here tomorrow from 11 a.m. God's willing to 12:30 p.m. Until then, I'd like to wish a friend and brother Thomas Katia. He's the human resource guy there at the United Commodities Incorporated. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Thomas Katia. We want to wish you all the best as you celebrate your birthday. Gus, catch up 30 seconds. Let's go.
Yep. Well, thank you again. Like I said, Fanatico Five is really doing well. I already see. I mean, the brightness through the screen. I can't even believe it. You guys look splendid. You look good. My sister got the vest on, the hat. Like I said, she's getting ready to accept that award.
See the girl doing the blazer.
Y'all have a great day. I'm telling you, the
doing-
blazer said, I say you guys shining.
I see.
Yeah.
The girl's doing the blazer, my
No,
man.
we're laughing.
All right, guys, we
Like,
gotta
that's
go.
the-
Y'all take care of yourself. We will be with you guys tomorrow.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to